As you reach the age of 60, have you ever stopped to wonder how the next phase of your life will unfold? Will it be filled with new adventures, joy, and fulfillment? Or will it feel like a slow drift into emptiness and uncertainty? Many people expect retirement to bring relief and freedom, yet for others, it can lead to a sense of loss, as daily routines and familiar roles disappear. What makes the difference between those who thrive in their 60s and those who struggle? The key lies in having the right things in place to support not only your health, but also your mindset and overall well-being. Without these elements, life after 60 can feel lonely, unmotivated, and even unhealthy. But when you have them, every day can feel purposeful, joyful, and rewarding. In this video, we're going to explore 5 things that are absolutely essential for a fulfilling life after 60. These aren't luxuries or unrealistic goals. They're the building blocks of a meaningful life that many overlook until it's too late. If you don't have them, life can start to feel frustrating and lonely. But when you do, it becomes an opportunity to grow, to connect, and to enjoy everything you've worked for. Stick with me until the very end, because the last point is something most people ignore until they realize they've lost a piece of themselves. By the time we're done, you'll have a clear picture of what truly matters in your later years and how you can make sure these essential things are in place for the future ahead. Let's dive in. One of the most important things you need after 60 is a strong sense of purpose. You see, as life changes and responsibilities shift, especially after retirement or when the kids are grown, it's easy to feel like you're just floating, unsure of what each day will bring. The structured life you once had, filled with work, family, and deadlines, begins to fade, and with it, so can your sense of direction. This can lead to a feeling of emptiness, and without purpose, it's easy to slip into a routine of just passing time instead of truly living. But having a strong sense of purpose is the key to feeling motivated, engaged, and alive each day. It's not just about staying busy, it's about feeling like your life still matters. When you wake up, do you feel excited about the day ahead, or are you simply unsure of how to fill your time? Research shows that having a clear sense of purpose can actually help you live longer and stay healthier. According to studies from the National Institutes of Health, people who have a sense of purpose have lower risks of heart disease, stroke, and dementia. In fact, they tend to live longer and have lower rates of depression. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your actions, no matter how small, are contributing to something greater than yourself. It's a powerful feeling. Let me tell you about Richard, a man who retired at 65 after a successful career in finance. At first, he enjoyed the freedom, sleeping in, taking it easy, but after a few months, he began to feel restless. He missed the structure of work, the sense of accomplishment he once had. He realized he was missing something important: purpose. So he decided to start mentoring young professionals at a local business program. Suddenly, Richard had a reason to wake up in the morning. His energy returned, his mind stayed sharp, and most importantly, he felt valued again. That's the power of purpose. Your purpose doesn't have to be tied to your former career. It could be volunteering, learning something new, helping your grandchildren, or even taking up a hobby like painting or gardening. The key is to find something that excites you and makes you feel connected to the world around you. This could be a community project, a new skill, or even something as simple as a passion for reading. As long as it's something that makes you feel like your time is being used for a meaningful purpose, it can have a tremendous impact on your health and happiness. Without purpose, life can feel like a slow drift toward the inevitable. But with it, every day becomes an opportunity to grow, to give, and to enjoy the life you've worked so hard to create. And the best part? It's never too late to find a new purpose. Whether you're 60 or 80, you can always discover something that ignites that sense of excitement and fulfillment. Take action today and make sure you have something to look forward to tomorrow. In addition to a strong sense of purpose, another essential element after 60 is meaningful social connections. While it may be tempting to retreat into the comfort of solitude, especially when you no longer have the daily demands of work or raising a family, isolation can be incredibly harmful to your well-being. Social connections are not just a luxury, they are vital for both your mental and physical health. When you don't have people around you to share moments with, to laugh with, or to turn to when times get tough, it can lead to a profound sense of loneliness. Studies have shown that loneliness is not just about feeling sad, it can have serious health consequences. According to research from the National Institute on Aging, loneliness is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline. In fact, chronic loneliness can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Consider the story of Grace, a 72-year-old widow who lives alone in a small apartment. She never had children, and after the death of her husband, she found herself spending most of her days alone. At first, the quiet seemed peaceful. She could do things at her own pace, enjoying the calm of her own company. But as the months went by, Grace began to notice a change. She started feeling restless and unmotivated. The joy she once found in hobbies like knitting or gardening slowly faded, and she found herself staying up late, staring at the walls, unsure of what to do with her time. The loneliness was creeping in, but she didn't recognize it at first. She thought it was just the natural course of life. Then one day, a neighbor invited her to join a local walking group. At first, she hesitated, unsure of how to break out of her shell, but eventually she decided to go. The first few walks were awkward, full of small talk with strangers, but over time, Grace began to feel a shift. She started to laugh again, to engage in meaningful conversations, and, most importantly, to look forward to each new meetup. She made new friends, shared stories, and began to feel less alone. Her mood lifted, her energy returned, and even her health seemed to improve. This is the power of social connections. You don't need a packed social calendar or constant outings, but it's essential to have at least a few people who care about you, who check in on you, and who you can share experiences with. Whether it's joining a walking group like Grace, taking a class, volunteering, or simply reaching out to old friends, the key is consistency. It doesn't matter how big or small the connection is. What matters is the effort you make to engage with others. Socializing doesn't just improve your mood, it also boosts your physical health. According to a study published in the journal PLOS Medicine, people with strong social relationships have a 50% higher likelihood of survival than those who are socially isolated. So if you find yourself withdrawing, make the effort to reconnect. Call a friend, join a club, or consider volunteering for a cause you care about. Social connections are crucial, especially as you age, to maintain your emotional health, reduce stress, and keep your mind sharp. Remember, life is meant to be shared, and having a meaningful support system isn't just nice, it's necessary for a healthy, happy life after 60. Building on the importance of social connections, we now turn to another crucial element of a fulfilling life after 60, physical strength and mobility. Many people assume that getting weaker, slower, or more tired is just a normal part of aging. However, the truth is, losing physical strength and mobility isn't an inevitable part of growing older. It's often a result of not prioritizing the right activities to maintain them. If you neglect your physical health, it will eventually catch up with you. The decline doesn't happen all at once, but rather, it starts small. At first, you might notice yourself sitting down more often, feeling a bit sore after lifting groceries, or struggling to climb a flight of stairs. Over time, these small challenges can become real obstacles. Simple tasks like standing up from a chair, walking around the block, or even opening a jar can start to feel like a struggle, and once mobility is lost, it becomes incredibly difficult to regain. Take the case of Paul, a 68-year-old retiree who used to be very active but stopped exercising after he retired. At first, he didn't notice much of a difference, but gradually he began to feel weaker. His legs would stiffen in the morning, he avoided long walks because of knee pain, and he found himself needing to use his arms to push himself up from a chair. One day, he tripped on the front steps, not because they were too high, but because his legs weren't strong enough to react fast enough. That's when Paul realized that he wasn't just getting older, he was losing his independence. The good news is that physical strength and mobility can be improved at any age. It's never too late to start. Simple exercises like taking a 20-minute walk every day, doing squats or leg raises while watching TV, or even incorporating light resistance training can help maintain your strength, flexibility, and joint health. These exercises don't need to be intense or time-consuming. The goal is to keep your body strong enough to support you as you age. Studies show that seniors who engage in regular strength training have lower risks of falls, improved heart health, and even better brain function. Muscle loss isn't just about weakness. It directly impacts metabolism, energy levels, and immune function. As you lose muscle mass, your metabolism slows down, making it easier to gain weight and harder to stay energized. Additionally, a weaker immune system means you're more vulnerable to illness, injuries, and slower recovery times. So, how do you start? It's simple. Start with walking. Try to walk for 20 minutes each day. Do a few squats or leg raises while watching TV. You can even try using small hand weights for light resistance exercises. Remember, the goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. It's to keep your body strong enough to support you in your everyday life. Every small effort you make today adds up, and the sooner you start, the more control you'll have over your mobility and independence in the years to come. Take action today to keep your body strong, and you'll be amazed at how much more energy and freedom you'll feel in your day-to-day life. If you've found these insights helpful, don't forget to like and share this video with others who may benefit. Let's keep this conversation going and inspire each other to live healthier, more fulfilling lives. Now that we've discussed the importance of physical strength and mobility, let's dive into another vital aspect of life: after 60, financial stability and peace of mind. As we age, financial worries tend to become one of the greatest sources of stress. Even if you've worked hard, saved what you could, and planned for retirement, unexpected costs can still creep up. Medical bills, home repairs, and other emergencies can throw off your financial plans and cause significant anxiety. And if you're not financially prepared, this stress can begin to take a toll on your health, relationships, and overall well-being. In fact, studies have shown that financial stress can increase the risk of heart disease, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. The reality is, financial stability after 60 isn't just about having a large bank account. It's about knowing that you're covered, that you have a safety net, and that you can handle unexpected expenses without panic. It's about feeling confident that you can live comfortably without having to rely on others or drastically change your lifestyle. Let me introduce you to Barbara. At 70, she had assumed her retirement savings would be enough to last her for many years. She had worked hard her whole life and was living comfortably, covering her basic needs without worry. But then, out of nowhere, her roof needed significant repairs, and shortly after, she was hit with surprise medical bills. Suddenly, her savings were disappearing faster than expected, and the anxiety set in. Every bill felt stressful, every purchase felt like a burden, and the financial pressure began to affect her entire well-being. But Barbara didn't just sit back and let her financial stress take over. Instead, she took action. She reviewed her finances carefully, her savings, her expenses, and potential future costs. This gave her the clarity she needed to make informed decisions. She also cut back on unnecessary expenses, like subscriptions she no longer used, and found ways to save on insurance. With this newfound awareness, Barbara was able to create a cushion for emergencies and feel more secure about her future. The truth is, financial peace of mind is something you can build at any stage of life. It starts with knowing where you stand financially. If you haven't reviewed your finances recently, it's a good idea to sit down and evaluate your savings, investments, and potential future expenses. Understanding what you have and what you may need in the future can help you plan and make informed decisions. Another key factor is minimizing unnecessary expenses. Many of us overpay for things without realizing it, whether it's insurance, subscriptions, or services we no longer use. Cutting back on these can add up over time, creating a cushion for emergencies. And if you're worried about outliving your savings, consider exploring options for part-time income. Many retirees find purpose and joy in side jobs, consulting, or even turning hobbies into income streams. Lastly, don't overlook the importance of having a plan for medical and long-term care expenses. Healthcare costs can be one of the biggest financial burdens as we age, so having the right insurance or financial strategy in place can make a huge difference in your ability to manage these costs with peace of mind. Financial stability isn't just about numbers on a page. It's about knowing that no matter what life throws your way, you're in control of your future. When you have that kind of security, everything else in life feels just a little bit lighter. Building on the importance of financial stability, we now move to the final essential element for a fulfilling life after 60, a sense of personal growth and curiosity. As we get older, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking our best years are behind us. We might start settling into a routine, avoiding new challenges, and distancing ourselves from learning new things. Initially, this might feel comforting, but over time it can lead to a sense of stagnation. Life begins to feel repetitive, and the excitement of learning and growing starts to fade. But here's the truth. The moment you stop learning, you start to decline. Studies show that keeping your mind engaged through reading, learning new skills, or even staying curious about the world around you can significantly reduce the risk of cognitive decline and diseases like dementia. It's not just about staying busy, it's about continuing to grow, expand your knowledge, and keep your mind sharp. Take the story of Thomas, a 74-year-old retired engineer. After decades of working on complex projects, he suddenly found himself without a clear purpose. At first, he enjoyed the break, but soon he felt restless and unfulfilled. He had no goals, no new challenges to overcome. One day, Thomas decided to take a woodworking class at his local community center. What began as a simple hobby quickly turned into something much bigger. Not only did he build beautiful furniture for his grandchildren, but he also made gifts for friends and even started selling his pieces at a local market. More importantly, Thomas rediscovered his joy for learning and creating. He felt alive again. Personal growth doesn't have to mean going back to school or taking on huge projects. It can be as simple as reading new books, learning a new language, picking up an instrument, or even trying different types of puzzles. The goal isn't perfection, it's engagement. It's about keeping your mind sharp, your creativity flowing, and your sense of excitement about life alive. And here's something many people don't realize. Curiosity keeps you young. People who stay engaged in learning tend to be more adaptable, more optimistic, and even more social. It gives you things to talk about, new experiences to share, and a reason to stay excited about the future. Research has shown that staying curious and continuing to learn can increase your life satisfaction and even improve your emotional well-being. It helps you maintain a positive outlook, reduce stress, and find joy in even the smallest of things. So ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something just for the joy of it? When did you last challenge yourself in a way that made you feel proud? If it's been a while, perhaps it's time to explore something new. Whether it's taking up a new hobby, learning a new skill, or simply reading a book on a topic that interests you, the possibilities are endless. By staying curious, you're not just expanding your mind, you're also expanding your life. Personal growth is a lifelong journey, and as long as you continue to push yourself to learn, explore, and stay curious, you'll never truly stop growing. As we've discussed, these 5 elements, purpose, social connections, physical strength, financial stability, and personal growth, are all critical to creating a happy, fulfilling life after 60. Each of these plays an important role in shaping your future, and without them, life can start to feel empty, stressful, and isolating. But when you have them in place, every day feels more rewarding, more enjoyable, and more meaningful. It's never too late to make changes and start focusing on what truly matters. Whether it's finding a new purpose, building stronger connections, taking care of your health, ensuring financial peace of mind, or simply continuing to grow and learn, you have the power to shape your future. So take a moment to reflect. Which of these areas do you already have in place, and which ones might need a little more attention? Are you waking up each day with a sense of purpose, knowing that your actions matter? Do you have meaningful relationships in your life that keep you engaged and connected? Are you taking care of your physical health to maintain your independence? Do you feel financially secure and confident in your ability to handle life's challenges? And, most importantly, are you continuing to learn, explore, and grow? If you're missing any of these elements, don't wait for someday to make a change. Small steps today can lead to huge improvements in your happiness, health, and overall well-being. The key is to stay engaged, stay connected, and keep moving forward. Life after 60 is not an end, it's a new beginning. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and comment below. Let us know which of these elements you plan to focus on in your life. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss any of our future content. We're here to support you in living your best life.